gentlemen, welcome to another episode of WWE Creative Circus, where the road to Wrestlemania is being driven by a guy that has a blindfold on his face. We're promised nothing but lots of ads, lots of sponsorships, and lots of celebrities that nobody asked for or cares about. If you're into no storylines, a lack of entertainment, and being bored to death, you came to the right place thanks to Paul Levesque. So the circus continues, y'all. Instead of WWE locking in on storylines, trying to figure out a creative direction going into WrestleMania, they're trying to figure out which celebrity they could parade around to try to grab attention, and honestly, it's frustrating. This past Raw alone, we got Lil Yachty, Bow Wow, Jermaine Dupri, Dwight Howard, Offset, all sitting there looking like they're tapped into the current WWE product. And man, it's annoying. WWE does so much glazing that they might as well open up a donut shop and they could potentially put Dunkin' out of business. Now here's where it gets weird. Triple H ain't got no time to take a picture with his undisputed champion, Drew McIntyre, but he magically finds the time to go and take a picture with Dwight Howard. Is it the biggest deal in the world? Maybe not. But the problem is that Dwight Howard has no idea what's going on with the current WWE product. I'm not even joking. Producer, run the clip!
You don't even know that man. You don't even. Who is that on the stage?
I don't know, but he sucks. I hate him.
You what?
I hate him. He sucks.
Yeah!
Who is that guy?
Who is that guy?
Now, the first time he said it, he was talking about Kofi Kingston, and I'm like, you don't know Kofi Kingston? He's a former world champion. But then I'm like, okay, he's a mid-carder now, so I could kind of see why you would miss that one. But you don't know Cody Rhodes, the face of the company, Mr. QB1? It's still Black History Month, right, y'all? You don't know Raheem? Now, shout out to Dwight Howard. This ain't even his fault. You cannot blame him for not knowing who Cody Rhodes is. That's on WWE. Because if a guy you invested everything into as your top star walks in a building and another celebrity has zero clue who he is, it proves my point that this company still struggles to create new stars. The way they had Dwight Howard sitting front row taking photos like he's a lifelong fan, you'd think he'd been watching WWE for the last 20 years, and that couldn't have been further from the truth. And I might have let it slide if they didn't kick out West Side Gun, an actual fan, somebody that spent thousands, probably hundreds of thousands on front row tickets over the years, get tossed out the venue like a bag of trash.
What's your name?
Mark Brenner.
Mark Brenner kicked me out of Monday Night Raw, my $5,000 seat. For no reason. All these people in here.
So you mean to tell me we're gonna trade West Side Gun for Dwight Howard? West Side Gun, lifelong fan of wrestling to this very day. Dwight Howard. Last time he watched it was, I don't know, 93? Man, the last time Dwight Howard watched wrestling, WWE was called WWF. Nah, the last time Dwight Howard watched wrestling, the pay-per-views used to come in VHS tapes. Nah, the last time Dwight Howard watched wrestling, WrestleMania was in single digits. Now, speaking of WrestleMania, AJ Styles comes out and gives us an answer to a question we've been all wanting to know. Why retire at the Royal Rumble instead of WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year? And his answer made a lot of sense, if you ask me. Now, he's going to be working backstage with WWE, so he had to sugarcoat it, but he basically said WrestleMania sucks! And honestly, it ain't what it used to be. I'm gonna show y'all this.
What was it that was telling you Royal Rumble, not WrestleMania, 3 months later?
It was coming back from an injury to WrestleMania, to a match that didn't, to me, have much build. And WrestleMania, listen, I'm sorry to say, used to be the most prestigious PLE or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. But to me, it's kind of lost its luster a little bit. But as far as the Royal Rumble, well, that's special. to me because that's where I made my debut. So to be able to end where I started, it's poetic.
Man, AJ Styles is a real one for that, and not one lie was told. WrestleMania has lost all of its aura that it used to have. It used to be where the legends were made. Now it's where the legends get put in the grave. It used to be the grandest stage of them all. Now it's the grandest shame of them all. It used to be the showcase of the immortals. Now it's the showcase of the deplorable. WrestleMania 42, nah. It's WrestleMania 40, snooze. Ah, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because you're gonna have to hit the snooze button about 40 times just to stay awake for this crap! Now, shout out to everybody showing love to the channel. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, man. We a little bit over 18,000 subscribers. We're trying to push the 19, crossing our fingers. Maybe we can even get 20,000. Speaking of 20,000, it got me thinking, Jey Uso got about 20,000 dislikes on the video of him qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. And man, I don't understand why WWE refuses to turn Jey Uso heel to give his character something fresh. Now, speaking of changing characters, your boy Bobby Monsoon might need a character change himself, man. I might need to switch identities, go into witness protection or something like that, man. So last week, Swerve Strickland beat the brakes off of Kenny Omega, right? Then this week, Swerve Strickland comes out and he puts everybody on notice he's on a path of destruction. And unfortunately, I might have ended up in his crosshairs. So I was laughing at something my man Chris Collins sent me on X. Then Swerve seen it and replied, "You next, Bobby." And man, the second I saw that, I copped the plea immediately. I told Swerve, bro, I see what time you on. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no parts of whatever wrath you're about to unleash in AEW. Now, usually when I go to an AEW event, I come in a relaxed fit. I like to be comfortable. And you know, I got my Crocs on because I'm usually there for a few hours. But man, the next AEW event I go to, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to be dressed as Medea! This ad is brought to you by the Pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage of the fans, show them you had enough. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get the Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. Then, now, and never again. Now, Dynamite started off the only way it could start off, with the Don Callis family. Jon Moxley versus El Clan. Oh my God. I think El Clan might be the most slept on in the Don Callis family, if not in all in AEW. This dude is incredible. Something different about El Clan is fire, man. I cannot wait until Hologram come back and they can have the match we all been waiting for, man. But you got Jon Moxley versus El Clan. Jon Moxley, a solid showing, man. They almost go until it was no more time limit, but you know, Jon Moxley pulled it off. Hit him with the paradigm shift 1, 2, 3. Jon Moxley going into Revolution, getting geared up for his match with Takeshita. I want to see a little bit more Takeshita. We've been seeing Jon Moxley every single week. Takeshita, we've been seeing him in some tag teams, maybe trio matches. I want to see some one-on-one work with Takeshita, man. I missed that, man. Jon Moxley versus Takeshita is looking like it's going to be a certified classic going into Revolution, man. I can't wait for that. After that, you got the most dangerous man in AEW, Swerve Strickland. Man, this is the Swerve Strickland I've been asking for. If you watch my show, if you've been in my lives, you know this was the man I was asking for. Now, you gotta be careful what you ask for, because somehow I came in the crosshairs of bro, but man, I don't want no smoke, and he's gonna show you why. He showed you last week. You even got Prince Nana on Demon Time. He goes up to the commentary table, tell Tony Schiavone, the other guys, get out the way, bro. Swerve about to talk, man. He looks in the camera. camera. He lets everybody know what time he on. He said back in the day he had regrets how he handled some things before. Now he's living with no regrets. He also said that, man, the height of his career when he used to be a certain way, man, when he used to cause destruction around AEW, and that's coming back. This is fire. Kenny Omega. We need to get back, man. You know, Kenny Omega, when he comes back, he's coming back with wrath. He's coming back with fire. I'm calling it early. We're going to get Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland, and the energy is going to feel like Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page. You heard it here first. If not, it's going to exceed that beef. Now, I know a lot of y'all thinking, man, how far could you go? The man got his house burnt down. Family members was getting messed with. How far could you go? Syringes in people's mouths, slammed on cinder blocks. Some of the most diabolical matches that we ever seen in professional wrestling history. How can you take it the next step? Just wait until Kenny Omega comes back. We're gonna get an old. I ain't even gonna say an old Kenny Omega. I believe we're going to see a Kenny Omega we haven't seen. We're going to see a Swerve Strickland we haven't seen. We're in for a feud for the ages. Tony Khan is in the kitchen cooking up like it's Thanksgiving. Next, you got Gabe Kidd versus Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy, he had a little funny thing on the Titantron, wondering where Roderick Strong is, and man, Orange Cassidy is a cool character. He got his hand in his pockets, he got his glasses on. I love Orange Cassidy, man, but Gabe Kidd, he's different. I will be leaving that guy alone. Bro has a few screws loose, man. You're talking about one of the most believable characters on this roster. Is something different about him, man. He even said with Darby Allin, he said the beef isn't over till you push it up daisies. Dog, he is not playing, man. Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd. I don't know how this is going to end, but I have a funny feeling, man. One of these dudes is not coming out of this, man. At the end of the match, you had Orange Cassidy getting jumped, and Darby Allin comes out of nowhere, man. Hits a Mexican destroyer. Now, Kevin Knight had a fight, man, just showcasing his talent. It was against, I don't even know. It was some guy from Saudi Arabia, some new talent, man. But he cuts a promo after the match. He says, man, Hangman Adam Page, I know we trio champions, and I know you're about to beat MJF at Revolution. Just know, I want to be at top of the line for the AEW World Championship. To get Kevin Knight and some other feuds, maybe go after some other titles, you know what I mean? Get his clout up, get his rep up a little bit before he starts shooting at the top, man. And to be honest, though, I don't know if MJF is even going to have the title after Revolution, because there's a lot of factors that's not going in his favor, but it's also a lot of factors that is going to his favor, too. Which brings to me the Texas Death Match! 15th. Tony Khan threw a curveball, and I'm not gonna lie, I was about to be annoyed. Like, hold on, MJF versus Hangman Adam Page in a one-way disqualification match. It was just like, I'm like, man, I don't like it at all, man. But of course, MJF, he tried to pull a fast one, man. He had a double-sided coin. If you in the hood, you know you got trick dice, a double-sided coin. You're liable to have some very bad things happen to you if anyone finds out. And the same thing happened with MJF, man. They found out he had a double-sided coin, man. They about to jump MJF, Brody King, Jet Speed come out. Tony Khan hit Tony Schiavone up in the earpiece and tell him, man, you playing games, now it's official. Hangman Adam Page, MJF death match. Now, I don't know if y'all know, man. Shout out my man, I think it was Sir Smoke-A-Lot that told me in my live yesterday, man. MJF birthday is March 15th. AEW Revolution is March 15th. Is MJF really gonna lose the first pay-per-view of the year? His first big title defense, you know, I know he fought Brody King on the GS. That was a fire match, but come on. This is really his first title defense. We all knew Brody King really didn't have no chance of beating MJF when the title was on the line. Is he going to lose his first big defense at the first pay-per-view of the year? It's just like, it's hard to see. But it's also hard to see Hangman Adam Page. We're talking about his whole career is based off of wanting to get the AEW championship. Now he has a black cloud over his head because people complain about his first run as AEW champion. People complain about his second run as AEW champion. If you ask me, dog, it's so much more story to be told for Hangman Adam Page as far as him getting the AEW title run and to have him have a solid run that was like we could look back and we could really put over, man. They say third time's a charm, but the way Hangman Adam Page just set it up, he won't ever see the third time. He might be making the same mistake Cody Rhodes did when he said he's never going to go for the title again. Then he just started staying in the TNT title loop. But man, this is one of the most unpredictable matches that for me that I've seen in a while. I asked the chat in the poll, and the chat said, man, it was like 65% saying that MJF is gonna win, which leaves Hangman Adam Page like you gotta turn heel after that. I don't know, what do you do after that if you lose, Hangman? It seems that the Mega Bad, they were supposed to beat the Babes of Wrath tonight, but somehow Penelope got hurt. She got injured. They called an audible. The match ended in a disqualification. Hopefully, we're sending prayers out for her. Hopefully, she has a speedy recovery, man. I want to see Mega Bad with the AEW Women's Tag Team titles. I wanted to see Megan Bayne win the AEW Tag Team titles since the tournament started, since she was partners with Marina Shafir. So shout out to Penelope. I like that team. I might like that team a little bit more, so it kind of bummed me out that she got hurt, but hopefully she's in for a speedy recovery. Now, the last match, you had a match that was kind of crazy, man. You had the mile high, fly high, whatever type of match it was, man. And I know people are going to be criticizing Tony Khan to AEW because Jack Perry, his jungle song played maybe like 10 minutes straight in the match. The match was crazy. The camera angles was crazy. But if you ask me, it was a preface thing. If you ask me, I liked it. You know what I mean? I like different sometimes. Okay, if they done this every single week, I could see how it could have been annoying. But we got wrestling 52 weeks out the year. I'm okay with something different. Tony Khan threw a weird, crazy curveball, and if you enjoyed it, you did. If you didn't, that's cool, you know what I mean? But it seemed like the people in the venue enjoyed it, and for me as a viewer, I enjoyed it too. You know why? I'm stuck watching WWE a lot of the times, and he pulls tables out with a big Slim Jim logo on it, or a chair using the same spots. So I'm happy I got something different. Played the music for 10 minutes. They didn't do it the whole match. It wasn't a big deal to me. Okay, we got the spot with the vacuum cleaner. Jack Perry hitting bro with the vacuum cleaner. That was fire. We got Ricochet, The Demand, the Young Bucks, FTR. They all went crazy in this match, man. I don't got no complaints. AEW was fire. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. What do you think about Swerve Strickland letting Bobby Monsoon know, man? I might be next, man. I know if you in the chat, man, y'all better help me, man. If y'all see me getting pummeled somewhere, man. Man, what else, man? What do you think about AJ Styles burying WrestleMania? You know, Saturday, we got the crate. We got to figure out what's in the crate. I don't see how WWE get out of this being a complete botch fest embarrassment on Saturday. Honestly. Maybe Chris Jericho makes sense. I think if a human comes out the crate, it's just like, okay. If it's the Demon Finn Balor, it's like y'all did all of this just for him to lose to CM Punk the same night. Dog, I think Triple H really booked himself into a corner with this one, but we'll see, man. What do you think about Dwight Howard? Got tickets, front row seat to act like a WWE fan. It's almost like WWE paid Dwight Howard to sit front row, man. It's crazy, man. The world of wrestling is crazy. And I didn't even cover everything, but we'll cover more stuff. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bah!